selfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup.
21.
At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. JaVale McGee is out there with prime time, and it's Green in at the 3. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. The pass to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. They get the rebound. Curry on the wing. To the paint. Tries again. And it's Green. Missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And the all-around game of Doncic, not just a scorer, but a great dime dropper as well. Notices his open teammates quickly.
Now here's Wiseman. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot. Picked him clean. Here's Hardaway. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Thompson.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Wiggins against Green. Wiggins passes to Green. Clock at 4. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
Now Green after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Back to Green. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Wiggins. 11-point game his last outing. Left side Curry to halt the run. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Yeah, the reserves added another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
Warriors trail by 14. They swipe it. Green up on top. Here's Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Some changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney is checked in for Wiseman. Green comes in for Green, and Poole subbed in for Klay Thompson. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Josh Green. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Wiggins right side. Golden State needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. And here's Poole for 3.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
And the Warriors miss again. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. We'll see how that goes, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And so here is Dallas. The Warriors making the shot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Curry. Now here's Wiggins. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and it's good for 2.
Not the best pick I've seen, but like, hey, look, he got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Doncic kicks to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Primetime. Another 3 for Dallas.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And here is Poole. After the 3-pointer from Primetime, pass to DiVincenzo. Golden State moving the ball around. Lets it go with the 3. Poole no good. Here's Primetime. Gets it off. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many 3-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break.
Warriors 16.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Thompson is in the front court alongside Green. Jordan Poole is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Wiseman in at the center. Here's Kleba. The 9-footer's on the mark. Kleba's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Mavs.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Thompson passes to Green. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Primetime. Pass to Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And there's a sweet move to the rack on the lay-in from Primetime.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career's going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against New Orleans.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against the Pelicans lit up the floor. He dropped in 29 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible, and we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
To the middle, and Kleba slams it in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Wiseman kicks to Thompson. Looking to end the run. It's blocked. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Hardaway passes to Primetime. Now here's Green. And there's the pass to Primetime. Another three for Dallas.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors.
Free ball.
The Mavericks also with a sub. McGee's checked in.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Wiggins outside. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Thompson. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Outside, Green. Passes it to Primetime. Back to Green. Here's Primetime. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Dallas.
Your Warriors 6, the Mavericks 47.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
On the court for the Mavericks. At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. Green is out there with Primetime, and it's McGee in at the 5 roaming the paint. Here's Primetime. 23 points in the game to the inside. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got his first 2 points.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Pass to Wiggins. Fires for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
When all the attention Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
I admire Thompson's toughness. Gets it from his dad and from his mom.
Yeah, his mom played volleyball in college. His dad was the first overall pick in 1978. Played in the league for 13 seasons. You know what that's called? Good genetics.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, The more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As is. Here's Poole. He's got 8. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Got a hand on it, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors are taking possession. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Your Warriors, Klay Thompson.
40 seconds left to play in the third, and he gets the bucket.
Listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
He rifled that one in from distance.
3 points.
26 points for prime time.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
DiVincenzo finds Wiseman. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Doncic. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Here's prime time from 10 feet out, and another basket for Dallas.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And so it's Dallas, able to put on a show for the ages. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Green is out there with Looney. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's McClung in at the 1. The shot by Looney, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Right side Robinson. Now the pass to prime time. Here's Hardy. Passes to prime time. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one, good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Looney. Green. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got 15 rebounds here tonight. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Moody's checked in for JaMychal Green, and Rollins subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Baldwin. Shot to stop the run. Doesn't go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Hardy passes to Primetime. The long distance three is buried. Primetime's got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's McClung. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Hands it from downtown. 39 points for Primetime. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks. Pass to Moody. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Rollins.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Baldwin. Excellent D there from Primetime. Here's Dallas. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And in the win-loss. So we see the Mavericks taking the win.